Hi, everybody. This is Sharon, and I'm here to talk to you about Charting the Life course. It's a really cool framework of philosophy around how to support people and a set of tools that you can use when you're planning and problem solving. And I think it's really helpful to have these visual tools. It helps you to clarify what it is you're thinking about, it helps you to think about possibilities, and it gives you documentation of kind of some of the things you've come up with and a way to start action planning around them. So today's tool is going to be the one-page profile. And this is not new to Charting the Life course. This is a tool that's been used in many settings over the years to really create a snapshot of who you are to share with other people. This can be something that is included in an annual plan. It could be something that you use almost like a resume to introduce yourself to other people and let them know in a little bit more detail what's important to you. It can be used for care providers so that people know how to support you in the way that you prefer. So this is a pretty blurry picture of a basic one-page profile, but I want to tell you kind of what the three categories are here. The top category is what people like and admire about me. The middle is what's important to me. And the last one is how to best support me. And those are really broad questions. So I'm going to share with you a way that I've adapted this form so that I can help other people that maybe need a little bit more guidance use the form. I think it's really important to really start off knowing what your vision for your good life is. And we'll talk about that when we review the trajectory. But when we get to this idea about what people like and admire about me, I think most of us find it very hard to talk about ourselves from that lens of success, skills, positivity. So I try and break it down so people can really kind of dig into things that are very concrete. So I use some visuals here and think through this from the lens of what do I know a lot about? And everybody knows a lot about something. Maybe you are an expert in gardening, or maybe you're an expert in 1970s music. Maybe you know a lot about your family and the different events that occur in your family every year. It could be absolutely anything, but things that are in your head that you share with other people are the first thing to think about here. The second graphic is a hand, and those are things that you can do physically, things that you do with your body that are skill sets. So maybe you're an amazing cook, or you're great with a tablet, an iPad, and you're able to share a lot of ideas and information that way. Maybe you are a tinkerer and you're good at fixing things or taking things apart for that matter. So you can include things like that there. And then the last piece is a heart. What are the things you care about? Because I think when we're thinking about our likes, a lot of times it's concepts and principles and values that are really important to us. So if you really care deeply about your family and that guides some of your activities, you might want to put family there. Maybe there are other causes that are important to you, like animals or social justice or Black Lives Matter, whatever it is, you can include those kinds of tips in here to help us understand a little bit more about who you are. Not everybody wants to write, so I've got a couple of examples that show you how different people have shown these one-page profiles. This is my friend Danny, and he is an artist, so he really liked the visuals about what was important to him. And I like the way that he's included his dog waking him up is an important thing for him. Having his soda is important to him. He needs Panera in the morning. So those are things that were key to him. And he added the phrase, listen to me, which I think is really cool. Sometimes people use graphics and create almost like a PowerPoint vision board where they talk about, I'm smart, I can drive, I have understand money. This person said that helping poor kids, bringing happiness to the sick, and being religious were important to them. And they needed some help with the hands. So that's okay. Sometimes we need to get help to think about what's important to us. This one is just a collection of words. Some people really love words and need to have something really full to help them think through what's important to them. So this person really enjoyed reading and hosting parties. Cooking and running were two of their physical strengths. And for them, family was a big thing as well as volunteering. So that's the first part of it. And, I talked about people needing help sometimes. So, how do you get that help? So, you can write down the things that you think, but then you can also ask other people and give them a space to think about this. So, if you're getting support from people, what do they think about what you're good at? They may have other ideas that they can share, and your family may know you in a different way. Maybe your family is the one that knows that you're the one that organizes the holiday events in your family, or you're the one that always remembers that Sunday mornings are for pancakes, whatever it is. Gathering other people's ideas can really help flush this out for you. So then the next part of this is what's important to me and how to support me. So in the what's important to me area, I like to break this into three areas. Usually there's people. Who are the people that you really count on, that you love, that you enjoy spending time with? Where are the places that you want to go that are part of your routine, places that you have a connection to? And that could be everything from a church or a sports team to the quick trip on the corner where you like to stop in once or twice a week to pick up a soda. Wherever it is, you can think about those places that are key to you. And then routines. I've mentioned holidays, but are there other routines? For me, I like to feed the birds in the morning. I need to have a certain number of cups of coffee in the morning. I want to call my mom certain days of the week. And so everybody has routines that might happen daily, weekly, or during the course of a year that are important to them that they want to capture. So that's a really cool way to do that. And you can see here, here's another way to show some of the people in your life that could be important to you: families, friends, teammates, and neighbors, places, parks, restaurants, churches, schools, the gym. All those things could be places that you tap into. And then routines, do you get up when the alarm goes off or do you need to hit the snooze? Do you want to be by yourself part of the time? Sometimes those are things we don't think about letting other people know, but it's really important to be able to share that. And sometimes you need to share it in ways that aren't by talking. So how to support me. Sometimes people just need a little bit of support. I think all of us do. So here's some generic things that may be a support that you take. Give me time to think about what you said. I might need to have a couple minutes. I may need to think about it overnight so that you can let me know. I need pictures to remember what comes next. Most of us have some sort of cueing device, whether it's our cell phone or a visual schedule. So knowing how I get from one part of my day to the next could be really helpful. Let me take a break when I start to get frustrated, and maybe even describing what that break looks like. Do you need to have time by yourself and be quiet? Do you need to go to a sensory space? Do you need to go and throw things in the dumpster or take a walk? Any of those things are okay, and spelling those out is important. I need to wear headphones if it's noisy. I need to know what is going to happen before I try something new. So when I talk to young adults, I tell them there are places you can gather some of this information. You can go back and talk to those people who know you really well, or you might have information in your IEP that describes your supports, or if you're older, an ISP. So do you know what that document says? Are you able to tell other people about that? So that's all we're going to talk about today. The next time we get together, we're going to talk about my vision for a good life in the future. So thanks for joining me today. It was really fun to talk to all of you.